Your modern conveniences have been consigned to oblivion. Only the ruthless shall flourish. Survival. It isn't only about preparation, it's about versatility. Bending the world to your whim. The hand has been dealt. Let the chips fall where they may. One of the worst things about the great outdoors is the fact that mosquitoes like to hang out there too. The cheap solution? Grab a couple dryer sheets before you head out. Rub them all over areas that pesky insects might target. Not only do they mask your human scent, which can attract them, but they also contain chemical compounds that repel them. If you're ever in a survival situation and you need to catch dinner, a simple soda tab and some dental floss, or strong string, can help prepare you for some ultra survival fishing. Using scissors or a pair of snips, you need to remove about 1/3 of the metal. A good place to start is the center of the top, followed by the center of the side. Cut this portion at a 30-degree angle as it needs to be pointy. Bend out the extra bits and snip them off. This will leave you with a nice J-shaped tab to serve as a hook. Now pull yourself a good length of floss or string and proceed to tie a couple tiny knots around the top of your makeshift hook. Be sure to give it some hefty tugs to confirm that everything is snug and secure. Live bait is obviously going to be your best bet for landing a big catch. Dig around for a night crawler. Bugs can work as well if you're really in a pinch. Now just add your bait to the hook and toss it into a nearby water source. As long as your bait is visible, you might just catch dinner. Or not. Well, at least my pet axolotl scored dinner. Don't worry, night crawlers are their favorite food. Now I don't want to get you too excited, but it is possible the next few tips deal with fire. So, you want a fire extinguisher, some eye protection, and of course some gloves. You know, stay safe. If you're a minor, make sure you have an adult nearby to check up on you. Alright, now how about a survival stove? We based ours around a medium-sized coffee can, though anything metal of this size and shape will work in a pinch. The first step is to remove the bottom lid, as we need both sides to be open. If you want to make things easier on yourself, remove the metal rim as well. Now do your best to cut equal slices around the can. We use the first notch as a good measurement. It's about 1.5 inches or close to 4 centimeters. After tossing on gloves, every other tab on the can was bent inwards toward the center. This allows you to raise the can off the ground and hold fuel that we'll be using to get the stove going. Once you have it on level ground, place a toilet paper roll directly into the center. It should fit nicely. We decided to use rubbing alcohol as our fuel source since it burns clean, and when absorbed by toilet paper, it can last a very long time. Simply saturate the TP and let it soak for a minute. Carefully light the top and away we go. Since we have an air intake on the bottom and through the center, we'll be able to place a pan directly on the top. The flame should propel out of the bottom and reach the edge of the pan. It'll get hot pretty quick so you can dive right into cooking. Just as a test, we fired up an egg with great results. Just keep an eye on anything you're cooking so you don't overdo it. When done, go ahead and put out the flame and let your stove cool off for next time. If your situation calls for emergency lighting, but there's nary a candle in sight, then it's time to pull a kindergarten MacGyver trick. Rummage around for some crayons. Place one on a sturdy fireproof surface and hold a lighter or match at the tip until it begins to catch fire. The crayon will work as a sort of reverse candle in that the wick or paper is on the outside and the wax is on the inside. These last surprisingly longer than you might expect, and if you're in a bind, they can even be used as birthday candles. So go ahead and file that one for later. Matches and water do not go well together if you're trying to get a fire going. You might find a simple solution with an empty bottle of Tic Tacs. Pop off the lid and fill it with your matches. If you have Strike Anywhere matches, great, you can skip this next part. If you don't, simply cut off a bit of the striking panel from the matchbook. Just place it inside with the matches, pop them in your pocket, and you're ready to go. If you find yourself lost in the wilderness, you need a compass. Try to find a small metal sliver, like a pin. Rub it one direction about 50 times. This will charge it. Fill a small container with water and place a leaf inside. Now place the sliver on the leaf and wait. The static charge you give it will help it point north, and you can find your way home. Picture this if you will. It's late, it's dark. You sneak out of camp to build a log cabin, if you catch my drift. You find that the rain from earlier ruined your shot at salvation. Now let's learn how to prevent this situation, shall we? Locate a small container that's no longer being used and can protect whatever's inside from the harsh mistress known as water. A peanut can should be perfect. Get a knife and cut a slit from the top to bottom, or bottom to top, whichever position you prefer. Now add a small cut inward at each end and bend out the material so you get a small flap. Grab your toilet paper roll and shove it in. Push a sheet or two out of the flap, and you now have a mostly waterproof TP dispenser, which has the added benefit of hiding your true intentions from your campmates. Whether you're an astute survivalist or just someone who enjoys the outdoors, arming yourself with survival knowledge only helps. Be sure to share this with your friends and family and hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. See you next time.